I poisoned one of our glasses, but I forgot which one.
The way this dinner's going, I hope it's mine.
You guys have that one friend who promised to be with you forever and then suddenly announces that they're gonna be ending March 29th, 2017. You know, I probably could have made that less specific.
Club Penguin, an MMO for kids. What do kids like? Penguins, really? I don't know, probably. Club Penguin, boom, why not? First released as experimental Penguins in 2000, then evolved into Penguin Chat in 2003, before finally Club Penguin as we know it was launched in October 2005, created by former fake names given in beginner improv classes Lance Priebe, Dave Crisco, and Lane Merrifield.
If I may be so bold, great job on the names. Those are some fantastic names.
Fun enough for children with sufficient safety regulations to ensure parental support. It was a hit, and without any marketing budget, the game amassed 3.9 million users, including a chibier version of myself, within the first 2 years. Numbers which attracted the greedy grasping claws of the Disney Corporation, who bought the game in 2007 for a colossal $350 million.
And with that money, you could buy a lot of penguins. They're dying at an alarming rate.
The first thing that'll hit you if you're coming back to playing it after a long time is, wow, this game has barely changed at all. Much like the Reddit homepage, the Club Penguin world seems to have been frozen in time, and many older areas like the skiing game have not aged well at all. Not to mention, the game is entirely 2D sprite-based, but recent areas bring in 3D elements, and the layering in them is, less than perfect. In the overworld, you're given the standard abilities, sitting, emotes, and cyberbullying. And after reliving some classic minigames, it was time to get down to business.
Just look at this bald clown. What we need is some penguin style.
Unfortunately, most of the items here are paid members only, like fucking Crocs. Although any penguins are able to literally paint themselves black in a licensed Disney game, so I mean that's just fantastic. And it was in the non-members section I was able to create my 3 original characters. Good Cop, Bad Cop, and Rad Cop, harassing locals and throwing down since 2017. Looking back at the world itself, most of it really doesn't... Why is there a swimming pool underneath the plaza? There's no swimming game or animation, it doesn't even make sense in-universe given we're also underwater. And you can't really get any less offensive than a sign reading, "Go Team, this is the future liberals want." The fuck are they teaching in here, and whoa! That's pretty edgy. Did somebody say PG-13 up in this bit? Moving on. The main beef of the game, aside from the overworld, is split between minigames and the Penguin spy agency missions I'll get into later. The games make you money, which can be used to buy clothes, decorate your igloo, or adopt puffles. So without further ado, let's get on with some minigames. Hydro Hopper was the first added, a simple high score chaser where you guide an inflatable ring around an insane amount of obstacles, as the boat towing you just takes them like a baller. It says you can't jump, boys, but I don't think they look that tall. In surfing, you go up and down doing tricks, and I have no idea how it's supposed to be played. Dudes with sunglasses like this have a 125% chance of stealing your girlfriend.
You know, I'm no physicist, but I really think that would take more than the one balloon.
Wow, you're really letting me ride the acro grabber? You say this submarine is delicate, eh? Don't worry, bro. I'll take real good care of it. You won't even know it's gone. Don't you worry. If you hate your job in real life, just be thankful you're not a part of the Club Penguin coffee bean delivery crew. Not only is your job utterly pointless, as surely the van carrying the bags can just reverse 15 feet more, but it's when they start throwing other supplies, things just get silly.
Fish? Alright, I see why you'd be carrying them. Flower pots? Sure, depends on the cargo. Anvils? Now that's a disciplinary hearing.
It's like a bison's penis. A black jacket, you need a straight jacket. Can no one make a fucking risotto?
Fuck off you fat useless sack of fucking Yankee danky doodle shite.
My absolute favourite minigame has got to be kart surfing. It just cracks me up every time. You make money by surfing at high speeds through a mineshaft, performing tricks for seemingly no reason at all. From getting dem points from tilting on a turn to a fucking backflip. The potential risks versus rewards really don't seem worth it. Though some of them don't even seem like tricks at all, like picking up the cart and running with it and oh, I'm sorry man, rest in Pizzatron, dude. Smoothie Smash is also a riot. From the get-go, you get the choice between normal and survival.
Smoothies. Smoothies never chew these.
In it, you man the conveyor belt crushing fruit-serving smoothies for the regular Joes, the media elite, and Herbert, an actual fucking terrorist. Speaking of, there are spy missions in the game, and the tiny island has housed 2 separate spy agencies in its time. The elite Penguin Force replacing the Penguin Secret Agency after the aforementioned Herbert blew it up. And the traumatic series of events leading up to the most diabolical terror attack on the island can be relived through the 11 point-and-click missions of the PSA. They have a very humongous entertainment feel to them, with the silly animations and frustrating trial-and-error inducing non-logic. Why use a pickaxe to dig through snow when you can just add hot sauce to some fruit, feed that to your pet, and have him burn and escape out? That makes perfect sense. Advancing the plot mostly consists of stealing anything pinned down by less than a steamroller and helping out every lazy bastard with tedious personal errands.
Though I wish I could have a delicious double meat pizza, extra gray fish right now, but I'm not gonna risk losing my place in line to get one.
Fuck you.
The first few are the basic public service, saving pets and basic survival after learning G, the gadget expert, apparently couldn't build something as basic as a sled. Things start to pick up with Mission 5, Secret of the Fur, where you track sightings of a mysterious creature by scanning their hot chocolate, tomato sauce and jet fuel, finally capturing a crab to discover the hideous beast accompanying it was a polar bear, guilty of the crime of being foreign. Mission 6 has you interrogate the crab with a high-tech translation machine that blows up the instant the crab starts to move. Who fucking hired this guy? You chase it as it escapes, eventually to Herbert the polar bear's lair, where he naturally explains to you his entire plan and backstory. So, he's from the Arctic, but ran away because it was too cold, then washed up on Club Penguin Island, which he didn't like because it was also cold, and then began to resent the penguins because they held parties, were annoying.
And assumably because they're run by a corrupt secret agency which opens investigations seemingly entirely based off racial profiling. You know, crimes of that nature.
Therefore, his solution to both problems is to chop down penguins' houses and burn them for a warmth harassment combo. Utterly flawless. The next few missions see you foil his numerous forms of petty meddling, from stealing a cog from the town clock to digging an underground tunnel network. I was willing to give you the benefit of the doubt, Herbert, but you really are just a massive dick. You also meet a fellow agent somehow even more incompetent than G. And it's all fun and games until Herbert decides to blow up everything with a big old bomb. Mission 11, Veggie Villain, comes out of nowhere and is by far the weirdest and most dramatic episode in the PSA's brief history. It opens like, "What's that little scamp Herbert up to now? I'm gonna destroy you all. Cool. And you, little penguin, I have not yet formally given you my gratitude for providing me use of your spy phone the last time we met." Oh, you're welcome. I mean, you're not welcome. Great comeback, man. You are a valued member of this team. The episode itself is like any other, following the clues behind Herbert's plan to use super popcorn to destroy the PSA, but then it just sort of ends, very abruptly, with him succeeding and the agency with all its projects and teams disassembling, so that's just that. And we may as well enjoy the popcorn for now. Shut the fuck up, you useless cunt. And that, along with some of the more boring games I didn't mention, and the classically Disney card jitsu, clearly created with the sole intent of selling more merchandise I'd rather not give the time of day, pretty much is Club Penguin. It wasn't really anything special, but it's still almost hard to believe that Club Penguin Island will be inaccessible as early as March 29th, 2017. And they say human-caused global warming wasn't real.
If by they we mean the sincere, unbiased opinions of the oil industry.
It's kind of unusual for you to be able to see all the content of an MMORPG within a long weekend, but as a kid you couldn't really get much better than a bunch of dumb high score chasers tied together with a worldwide chat room, overworld and fashion stores.
Club Penguin is an okay game, of which my opinions of amount to merely snarky indifference, but if you like it, I don't know, good for you.
You do seriously surprise me.
Thank you, Chef. I was hoping you'd see that. I mean, I'd give it all I got. Give you 110.
You surprise me to how shit you are.
Thank you for watching this video. Pretend it was up earlier, please. That'd be great. Links above to my other dope-ass videos. They're all just as fantastic. Wallace and Gromit, Sonic, Ace Attorney. I didn't script this part. Goodbye, everyone.